Welcome to the Iron Fork of Friday for this Friday, October 17th, 2014. We are ever so mildly late. Kirk, who is my wonderful caster today, if you could please give Jacob the go-ahead to give out the password, we will get things underway.
All right, giving the go-ahead.
We are green light. Thank you all for joining us here on twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show. We again apologize for the slight late start. This is probably going to be permanent because I am doing the hosting for the Dev Fireside. That's not a pain in the butt at all. Seriously, it's not. It's pretty fun to see the inner workings of everything. So I can't say I'm too unhappy about it. Jacob is releasing the passwords. This is a public event. So as soon as we know the passwords, you'll know the password. Are there are multiple passwords, are there?
There's one like password, but it's made of multiple words. So I guess you could say it's like passwords.
Passphrase.
Passphrase. That
Yes.
It doesn't have the same ring to it. Indeed.
You
Oh, there it is. It's been
shall
released.
not passphrase.
It has been let out. Password is unexpected yum. All one word.
Unexpected yum. Don't ask us how Jacob came up with that. You don't want to know.
Yeah, it wasn't his first choice for the evening though.
So story time. Has anyone here had an unexpected yum in their life?
No.
Okay.
I remember my first unexpected yum.
Shut up, Kirk.
Was it with a green lady, Captain?
It was a cold
Captain.
summer in
Captain.
1999.
Captain.
Hey,
Hey, Captain.
Hey,
Of course, as always, joining us today, James W. Kirk, the leader of Cake.
woo.
Now that we have absolute 100% confirmed reports that we are not only getting a permanent, we can keep it forever, birthday cake theme for our ships.
Woo.
Effectively getting permanent, new, shiny, fantastic party hats. How do you feel about the cake overtake or infiltration, if you will, of Muse?
You can't see me right now, but I'm literally waving my arms in the air like I just don't care.
Cake over take. Don't you mean over cake?
No,
The
that's the clan. That's the clan alliance.
Oh.
The over-
Yeah, no, it's gosh, I'm real excited because last year for the Guns of Vickers birthday, we got like the very first theme, which was patched into the game. Everyone automatically had it. There was just like, ribbons and cakes on all the ships,
Mhm.
and they took it down a few weeks later, and I cried for weeks. And
You
ever
literally
since-
did not stop crying for weeks.
Yeah, it was awful. Like I was so dehydrated. And and ever since Muse has then reintroduced themes, we've been begging them for the birthday theme back. They're like, you already have it like in the coding, just give it back to us. And now they finally are. And shiny new party hats. Fun fact, the original party hat's default color was orange. They're like a yellowish orange, the same yellowish orange of the costume I wear. Coincidence? I think not.
You may or may not have planned this out.
So
So will there be any cake clan requirements at all for having cakes on their ship and party hats?
it's going to be highly suggested. It's going to be similar to our VSS tag that we use. It's you see it often, but it's not like
What does
required.
VSS mean?
Well, it stands for a very sugary ship. It stemmed from the VSS Pastry Prize, which is of course a pun on the USS Enterprise. V is very similar to a U in terms of how it looks, and Pastry Prize and Enterprise, sounds similar.
All right, fair enough.
And it just sort of picked up from there, and more people started adopting it. Anyway,
Also, in addition to that, coming up here very shortly, in the next 3 days, the matchmaking, overall everything patch is happening, including but not limited to Queso's magic that he worked. That is the Ram Cam.
Uh-huh.
Ram Cam. Rob, are you excited for the Ram Cam?
Very excited.
Ram Cam. Like, it's going to be, we need to get Melon in here every day of the week for that Ram Cam.
So excited.
So much excited.
So excited. Rob doesn't know this yet, but he's actually going to be making custom overlays and designs just for when we use the Ram cam.
Just like a big target reticle in the middle of the screen, target locked.
You know, Rob didn't even agree to this yet, so
No, because the logistics of having to get that working.
are perfectly fine.
I don't have 3 arms. I'm not Zaphod Beeblebrox.
You always joked about a third leg.
There's no jokes about that.
The Rob and Dan Show is not for viewers under the age of 18.
We have the channel 18 plus. Anyone here is required to be 18 plus. We're fine with that. Queso, the chatbot will not hit you for spamming caps.
Yet.
People are saying that dad jokes need to happen. I can neither confirm nor deny. Now, right now, explain what's going on, because we're doing a little bit of a big deal in game right now. Explain what's going on.
Well, I mean, last week we did a little bit of a special event in the middle of the Iron Fork, and it was a big hit. If any of you who were there with us, I remember there was just all mines all the time. Just every ship was just 100% mines
all the time.
Yeah, it was a big hit. You know, people enjoyed watching it. We enjoyed casting it. People enjoyed playing it. So we're gonna start implementing one sort of like special game mode per Iron Fork. And this one is a random ship generator that one of my clansmen, Jervin, put together. And you just click on a button and it generates a random ship. So Jacob is putting those in the chat right now. And the rules are that he's only going to spin 3 ships, and each team has to have the same 3 ships. And just so that's just for balancing purposes. You know, one team can't get like a Metamidi and a Blenderfish and a triple Art Junker, while the other team is like double, like 5 Harpoon Mobula, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just for balancing, and the purpose of it'll make it a more interesting match.
Mm-hmm. Now, though, the first loadout that got rolled, if I scroll back up here ever so briefly, is a Spire with a Typhoon Heavy Flak Cannon, Beacon Flare Gun, Echidna Light Flak, and a Whirlwind Light Gatling Gun on it.
Ooh.
Oh, dear.
Ooh.
Flak Spire.
You smell that, Dan? That smells like lock flak strategies.
Yes. We're about to get the second ship roll here for Obvious and Jacob. That's going to be their ships.
Oh, it's a squid?
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Jacob is assigning to make sure that, slot 1 has the double spire. So Doodle and Jervin have their flak spires. Admiral and Jacob are taking the squids, and the third ship, which is led to be rolled, will be taken by Karjos, and Quafoxp.
I keep pronouncing his name Kairos.
Karjos? Kairos? I don't know.
Oh, no.
Caro Art. Ooh, I'm going to see. Oh, and that's Caro Art on the backside.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to see some backwards flying, maybe.
I am excited for this. First off, because Obvious has no idea how to fly a squid. And second off, because squids are always hilarious.
Oh, yes and yes.
They're the slapstick comedy of Guns of Icarus.
It's the Three Stooges routine of the Guns of Icarus world.
The third ship is going to be a junker, an actual ship.
Oh, come on. Don't rat too hard on the spires and the squids.
It's a flak spire. Come on. Fox and Kairos are going to be taking the junkers, and Sparklefish in chat is begging for mine. Begging.
Chanting, begging. He has set up his altar to the muse gods and made his proper sacrifices.
We're about to get the gun loaded. By the way, guys, this is on Desert Scrap. All right, so we have a Javelin in the first slot, a Merc in the second, a Banshee in the third slot, an Artemis in the fourth slot, and a Mercury in the fifth.
Ooh, an Art Merc side. That's close to meta, actually.
That's actually a little close to something that might function.
All right, so we have
This is
one
all on
functioning.
You have to keep in mind that this is all on Desert Scrap.
Oh
This is
no!
all on
Oh
Desert
no!
Scrap.
Oh no!
So everyone is going to be trying to use these guns
Oh,
in close range. We have a lot of Mercs. We have a lot of Artemis. We have Flax, all in close proximity, all in close range.
oh my gosh. We have the literal two slowest ships in this game and the fastest ship. So we're going to see the Junkers and the Spurs like, ba-da, 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 trying to get into that point while the Squids going to be in there, battling it out, probably going to kill each other twice before the Junkers even get halfway there.
Rob,
Yes, sir.
I saw that.
No, you didn't.
But
Yes, I did. That's inappropriate, sir.
did he show his third leg?
No.
Well, that's always appropriate.
Although Lament is seriously considering it could be the shortest third leg on the continent.
No, I already responded to that. It's not the size of the prosthetic, but how you peg it.
Wow. Brings a whole new idea to Wirt's third leg.
Yar.
This gets better. all the-
Comments in the chat. What could possibly go right?
That should be our Twitter hashtag. Hold on a second. I'm making that happen.
All right.
Hold on a
Well,
second.
while Dan does that, we'll go over the weekly birthdays in the Cake Clan. We actually have two this oncoming week. This Saturday, tomorrow, is the birthday of Gibbs Gymnast, and this Thursday is the birthday of my friend and yours, Maddie Lee. So happy oncoming birthdays to.
You're forgetting
those
one.
entries.
You're forgetting one.
Is it your birthday?
No.
Whose birthday?
Wolfie.
Oh, Wolf Prince. That's right. Wolf Prince is on that
the day,
Wednesday.
the day right before. Matt.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me throw that on the calendar. Actually,
You didn't have it on there.
if it was, I would have said it.
You are an insensitive individual. That's what you are.
Mm-hmm. I get hate mail at least 5 times a day.
At least.
At least that's on a good day.
And my leg is bleeding.
Oh,
Hopefully not your
That's
third
not
leg.
yeah, it's good thing you got.
Oh,
That's what that's for, right?
holy crap.
Oh,
I,
I spelled
I looked down and I have blood trickling down my leg. That's really weird. Okay.
Wharf Prince birthday. That's not how you spell that word.
No, that's not. That would be inaccurate.
Wharf Prince.
All right, we're waiting for everyone to ready up here. Two of the ships, namely the Junkers, are not ready just yet, unfortunately. But they appear to be readying up.
Here we go. Oh, we're gonna get. Oh, I'm excited. I'm much excited.
My leg is fine.
Oh, good. Worried about you.
Apparently, it was just a nasty bump I took on my desk. I was
Ooh.
sitting back down in a hurry.
Oh,
Oops. All righty, we're getting underway here. Desert Scrap is the map, and that rhymed.
you said that last week.
Yeah, I did. I really shouldn't do that. Kirkster, tell us about it.
Desert Scrap is a large map, but that don't matter none because it's all the same. That little point in the middle is where everyone's going to be. It's inside of the Juggernaut, which is the crash ship in the middle of the map. And everyone's just fighting. The only way to earn points is to hold that resource point. And
Alrighty.
so
Going
there's gonna
over
be lots
the
of close range battles.
Going over the loadouts here, Spark of Fire first. It is the Spire on the team with heavy flak on the front, light flak on the front as well. Far right is the Gatling, and the high front is a flare. We also have the one big dad joke piloted by Admiral Obvious. It's the Squid on the red side, flak on the front, Carronade on the side, Artemis on the back, and we have the Zohan piloted by Fox. Artemis Banshee on the Merc Banshee on the left. Front is a Harpoon. Right is Merc Art.
And for the blue team, we have the Wonton Whirligig, which is piloted by Jervin, who made the lovely ship generator for us today. And that's the Flak Spire, same loaded on the front. 2 flaks on the bottom deck, heavy light. And on the top, we have a Gatling flare gun. The Pettifoggery is the Squid for this one. Again, same build up. Flak on the front, Carronade on the side, Artemis on the back. And to close things out, the random ship name, the Junker with Merc Banshee left, Harpoon front, Merc Art right.
Combat already beginning on the point. As we imagine both those squids duking it out over there, they're trying to utilize their carronades as best they can. One big dad joke's getting the worst end of it. Support from the Pettifoggery by the Wonton Whirligig.
Oh, they have, yeah. The Pettifoggery's definitely got the leg up in this engagement. A little bit higher advantage. Their carronade is taking out their balloon. And they were actually able to force them off the point just long enough, just down into that corner for blue team to take this.
Blue team does cap the point. Spark of Fire, though, forcing the Whirligig to engage evasive maneuvers and re-engage the Zohan as well. Pettifoggery starting to get bounced down by the one big dad joke. Obvious actually getting a really good position on the Pettifoggery, but his armor does go down. He is in just a little bit of trouble. Looks like he's trying to drop some tar.
Yeah, and I mean, that's actually a pretty good move on the Pettifoggery. He's not going to be able to really go up, and he's going to have to sit there, either lose. Oh, there's a butt ram. There's a butt ram. Wow, that was a great turnaround by Admiral on Jacob there. He was definitely in the worse for wear in that position, and he turned that one right around. Oh, heavy flak out that spire.
That was Lochnagar, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
The red team has wrested control of the point from the blue team. They will assuredly flip it. Random ship name is not engaging directly, and as such, they really don't have an opportunity to block the point. Red team will take it over.
Dan, I just realized something, and it makes me a little bit sad. This may be our first desert scrap in quite some time without a single mine launcher.
We do not have a single mine launcher on.
Well, that's why I'm crying a little bit. Ooh, the Junker's trying to get into the point, but he's losing his armor quickly. And there it goes. Flax will be coming in any moment now. Yeah. That was pretty. However, that did give a nice little screen for the Pettifoggery to come in. Pretty much generally made it all the way to the point untouched. He is getting some good carronades in on that spire, but he's in a 3v1 right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it out of this one.
He looks to be in a lot of trouble here. Pettifogger getting hammered from both the Spark of Fire and the Zohan. Zohan has the Banshee Merc side turned towards him, but he's getting flipped just a little bit by bouncing. Pettifoggery is living for now, but it is going to be very close. Banshee changes, as they mentioned during the developer fireside, that secondary explosive damage being changed over to fire. What does that mean for users of the Banshee, Kirk?
That is just pretty much a straight up buff, changing it from explosive to explosive fire. I mean, your first thought is, well, it's going to be even less viable against a hull now. However, the fire is only 0.1, so 0.1 less effective against hull than fire. Oh, did we just get a flak?
That was not a flak, actually. Sorry to interrupt you there. Zohan got a solid harpoon on the Pettifoggery as one big dad joke obvious gets a squish. Zohan got a successful harpoon on the Pettifoggery, dragged them in, and ground them down by face ramming them.
Yeesh. And then moments later, the spire went down too. That one was a heavy flak, or it was a terrain. I can't really tell.
I believe it was terrain combined with Admiral Obvious sitting on them.
That'll do it for you. And now it's Spire versus Junker here. This is certainly going to be interesting.
Zohan has the Banshee Merc side still turned outwards, facing the Wonton Whirligig. The Banshee's certainly doing a number on the Spire with a lot of those clumped up components and guns. Merc doing a good job too, but Zohan bounces, sending his guns slightly off. Nope, they are just fine. And Wonton Whirligig's going to keep eating it.
Yeah, that Banshee, it's very hard to knock it off arcs. It turns very quickly and has a very large turn radius in all four directions. So
it's a fun weapon to fire.
Oh,
it's a straight up fun weapon.
It's just good. It's just good, and I mean, demonstrated as its ability to take out a Spire like no other.
Obviously the Merc had a lot to do with that kill too, but at the same time, the Banshee was half of the deal.
Good tar. Good tar. Oh, they just broke everything. Wow.
Random ship name is in a whole lot of trouble because of that tar. They have nothing available.
Wow. And they're very quickly losing a hull as well. Oh man.
The dust cloud just sweeps in right after.
Oh, double shatter damage on the everything. Wow.
What Admiral Obvious really showing some chops in this one. Do you feel a little proud? Did you teach him any of this, Kirk?
No.
It does bring a tear to the eye, though.
He's certainly a lucky man.
They grow up so fast.
They grow up so fast. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Obvious getting in with the butt moves here once again.
Spire
Zohan.
gets squished.
Oh
However,
my goodness.
Blue team has an opportunity to turn this around, maybe.
They do. Some really good flag shots there from the Wanton Whirligig, finishing off the red team's Spire. Random Ship Name and Zohan are both duking it out. Pettifoggery and One Big Dad Joke. One Big Dad Joke getting double teamed by Wanton Whirligig and Pettifoggery. They're not going to last long, especially when armor goes down. That flak comes in.
Oh, man.
Flak shots hitting. They are ripping it to pieces.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from this Wanton Whirligig. It looks like whoever's gunning that is shooting the heavy flak, shooting both those shots off, and immediately moving over to the light flak and just unloading more explosive potential.
Do you know why you like it? It's Sir Morty on the guns there.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh, I was all. You know why I like? Well, you know the other reason I like that. Baby got flak.
Blue team has turned the point away from the red team. Zohan's still alive, but is not on the point close enough to get the turn on them.
Blue team turns it over. That was good. That was good. I mean,
this is gonna be a good game. I'm liking these random loadouts so far. We're seeing some great piloting, some great use of what they have.
Yeah, I mean, because the pilots are no longer able to really rely on superior build and build mismatch to be able to win an engagement. It is all piloting skill, gunning skill, and engineering skill. Because both teams have literally the exact same ships, which I'm pretty sure none of these crews have practiced on these ships with these loadouts before today.
Rob just put in chat.
What? No, I missed it.
Spire goes down. Spire goes down. The Spark of Fire going down once again to the Wanton Whirligig. Wanton Whirligig.
Another tar.
Yeah, bad tar from the One Big Dad Joke. Obvious being very active with the tars.
Dude,
as a squid.
Admiral is just full of tar. Like, he is just putting that tar wherever he wants to point his butt. Like, it is... He is not afraid to be using that. Oh, the harpoon goes out. Did it lock? No. Just hit the balloon.
Pausing a moment here. Zemko in chat has joined us. He is a Guns of Icarus streamer as well, and absolutely insist you all check him out. He does Russian streams most weekends. Usually he helps out with the Sunday community skirmish events. If you speak Russian and are looking for a stream to watch, he is the person to go to. Back to the game here. Spark of Fire coming back in. Wanton Whirligig getting the worst end of that. A lot of those shots missing though. Wanton Whirligig loading up, getting ready to engage the Spark of Fire. Shots are going out. One Big Dad Joke putting a lot of pressure, but they get caught on the wiring there, the wire frames, the metal frames, if you will. Zohan losing its armor, primed for flak shots, but they do not come in time. Never mind, yes they do.
Here they are. Oh man, that second flak shot actually missed the Spark of Fire by inches, and then careened into the Pettifoggery, doing no damage because it's on the same team, but no, and Baby Chuckle.
Wanton Whirligig does get the kill on the Spark of Fire. One Big Dad Joke is the last red ship on the point, but they really can't do much. All alone, flak shot gets the kill.
Wow. I mean, I like the positioning of the Wanton Whirligig right now. He's got a really good window for shooting, but a really bad window from advancing from the point to him.
Yeah. Now, obviously, those ships are going to want to get back on the point, get on the point, get on the point, get on the point. Wanton Whirligig could just sit outside and say, hey, I'm over here, and I am ruining your day. But if you try to come and get me, you're just going to waste your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you break off to engage that Spire, you lose one of your damaging ships, either your squid or your junker, because that Spire is going to take a little bit longer to get in there. So, by doing that, you're losing some of your damage on the, Pettifoggery overextends, takes a lot of flak, quite literally.
They're blocking Wanton Whirligig shots, or were.
There was no armor down anyway. They wouldn't have done too much. I don't know what that move was all about. He was going in to try to block, maybe, but he just got 3v1, leaving the random ship name as the sole defender of the actual point.
One big dad joke is sitting back for the most part while letting Zohan go in front. Zohan gets a harpoon in, grinding
Ooh.
random ship out. Zohan does lose its balloon, whereas random ship name is holding up well enough. Their balloon does go down to one big dad joke, though.
Yeah, they had their impact bumpers on, which definitely saved them, gave them the advantage of that engagement. And I mean,
Spark of
they're
Fire's in a
holding
lot of
their
trouble
own.
here.
They're holding
Spark
their
of
own
Fire,
quite well.
They're getting hit from both sides. Random ship name did get a few shots off on that. Wonton Whirligig getting pressure. Long range Gatling fire is connecting. Armor goes down. They go down.
That was a good time flak. I mean, it didn't mean much because they were almost dead anyway, but as soon as that armor dropped, that flak went in. And if they were at more hull, I mean, they wouldn't have been able to do a thing. Oh, is this a sandwich? Is this a squid sandwich?
Sandwich
Sandwich.
time.
I think he's a little low to be nicking the other side of that junker.
Yeah, more of a
Unfortunately.
trifecta going on here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, now you just have so many guns going on the dad joke. Blue team is doing
Oh,
quite
wait,
well.
no. There is
Oh.
Sandwich. No, there's not. We almost had Sandwich. I was so excited.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yes. Now we have all three blue ships actually on the point now. Spark of Fire just spawning back in now, meandering over to the point at all the speed of a ranging spire.
It's all the speed of a raging spire.
Ba-da, 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 ba-da.
At least it's not like a galleon.
Galleons take a while to get accelerating, but they can go
An hour
quick.
later, they go fast after.
They're pretty quick though. They're pretty quick though. Zohan taking Gat Fire, Hull holding quite nicely actually.
Random ship name getting hammered. by
Oh
the
my
Wonton-
gosh.
By who is that? That was a Spark of Fire and the one big dad joke hammering them. Actually, Zohan.
Spark of Fire
Oh my God.
cleans out that spire and takes its position just like a spy. Just, oh, we're on your team.
Spy sapping my
Spire. Oh, wow. Oh, there's another red ship down.
That was the Zohan, the junker that random ship name and Pettifoggery have been working on for God knows how long.
Oh, wow.
One
I mean,
big dad joke and Spark of Fire, both appearing to not really focus on any target specific.
yeah, random ship name almost went down there. If the Spark of Fire had focused, I actually believe they could have taken him down, but they've switched instead to the Pettifoggery. Not sure why, but their balloon is going down quickly. Their hull is
Random
Yeah.
ship name did lose their armor. Their hull is just a scratch away from getting taken out. Flak shots miss.
the hull was back up anyway. It's gonna be a while before that junker is open again. In the meantime, the Wonton Whirligig gets within Lesmok Gatling range. There goes the hull. Flak should be coming any minute. Boom, boom. Two very excellent shots.
Clean and efficient. Wow.
That was textbook.
Absolutely. One big dad joke. Now, all alone against this junker and squid combination. Carronade eating the balloon alive of the dad joke. Looks like they're struggling to keep things together on that squid. Oh man, they could get eaten alive. Random ship name is below them though. They did lose their balloon for a few minutes there thanks to the one big dad joke. Looks like they're trying to keep pressure on the random ship name while hoping the Pettifoggery doesn't finish them off.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're just kind of stalling for time right now, waiting for the Wonton is actually doing a really good job distracting the Zohan and the Spark of Fire. I mean, so it's a 2v1 right now in the point with this red team and the blue team, and it looks like both are coming up to engage at the same time. Very good move. They're probably going to take out the dad joke here.
That was a very good distraction by the Wonton Whirligig. Blue team has just 85 points that they need left. Pettifogger getting hammered by flak shots. Armor was not down though.
Now it is.
Now armor's down.
Oh, and the flags are absent.
Ooh, you gotta time your flags correctly in this situation.
Yeah, especially with a squid, that quick rebuild time and all that perma hull, it's very difficult to flak one of those guys out.
Scratch that, reverse.
Did I say difficult? I meant
Ridiculously easy.
no. I mean, we saw about 3 or 4 drops before it went down, which is pretty. Oh wow, Spire Ram, jeez. Oh,
Jesus.
jeez. And
Random ship name. Although the bumpers were up, it did not do enough good. A blue ship needs to get on the point to block this. The only ship in range is the Wanton Whirligig.
who is engaged with the Zohan right now? Zohan ain't going nowhere. However, the Flax might change that very quickly.
No.
Oh, the last one did not connect. The last
Red
point
team
turns this over.
30
30 seconds.
30
Wow.
points away from victory. Red team flips it, and they could flip it all the way in their favor.
It definitely looks like they're going to. Random ship name is slightly, or the Pettifoggery is coming in a little too late. The red team has turned this over. However, One Big Dad Joke is at very, very, very low perma, and the only other thing they have sitting in there is Aspire. I don't know if they're going to be able to hold this just by the, collective perma is just so low on all of those ships.
It all depends upon which team the blue team focuses on, which ship the blue team focuses on, which ship the red team focuses on. If the blue team just comes in one by one, they're going to get ground down, just like we see with the Pettifoggery here.
Yeah.
Really, the red team hasn't taken any permahull from this ship just yet.
No, Pettifoggery's on full repair. Like, they have no opportunity to shoot back.
Yeah, Pettifoggery is getting ground down. Big
Bot
dad
ram.
joke. Oh my goodness, the
Missed.
bot ram's real.
He missed.
I think they tapped.
That didn't do much, and he tarred the breakage just as one final middle finger to the.
The Zohan coming in on the Spark of Fire, or rather the random ship name coming in on Spark of Fire. Zohan assisting as best he can. Wanton Whirligig is getting back into position. That heavy flak is going to be ready here in mere moments. Random ship name's armor is down. They are bumping just a little bit. One Big Dad Joke has them locked down. That big, easy to hit balloon.
Yeah,
Spark of Fire is trying to turn to engage the Wanton Whirligig, but it isn't happening just yet.
we're seeing a Spire duel right now. It's 2v3 in favor of the red team, but there's just so little perma that could turn in an instant. As it looks like we're seeing. Nope, Spark of Fire did get its hull back up in time.
Ooh.
This could go either way at this point. Oh, especially with the Pettifoggery coming in now. Oh gosh, red team has got to kill one of these blue ships if they're gonna have a shot.
They're taking way too long on these ships. Red team just has not been able to organize their firepower to the point where they can focus down. Spark of Fire is actually doing damage to itself by trying to rise up.
Oh, and there goes the hull. They're spinning a little bit. Guns are out of arc. Flak lands.
Yeah, they were trying to rise up against that bar, that steel curved bar, and unfortunately, that was part of what really killed them.
Yeah, Zohan probably could not even see that just for the way the balloon is and where the helm is. Zohan running circles around the Pettifoggery, but the One Big Dad Joke is also coming in, goes down, puts his butt to the spire, can't quite get the tar cloud out that I assume Admiral was going for.
He was like, tar, no!
So, now the blue team, the only ship left in here is the Zohan, which is the tankiest ship on the red team. However, they've got low balloon, about half armor, and minuscule, 1/8 perma.
And the Pettifoggery is right below them, getting ready to rise up and strike.
Yeah, Zohan is
shark.
almost off the point. Like, he's probably on the edge of the cone right now. Very, very, very close to just giving this up to the blue team, either accidentally. Random ship name is coming in, but with the Dag Joke on his tail, I don't know if they're going to get in time to save the Zohan.
Zohan is getting very close to falling apart here. Low armor, low perma. Balloon is taking some serious shots. They're going to be bumping against the Pettifoggery. Armor is down. No flag shots coming in.
That armor came back up like almost instantaneously. Like, they've got to have all 4 people on that armor.
There they go.
That wasn't even enough. However, that did buy enough time for One Big Dag Joke to get in on the point. I would recommend tanking. Oh, and the Spark of Fire comes in through the tar cloud and Spire rams. Wow, that was like an action movie. That took some heavy flax.
That's what we're gonna call it. It took some heavy flags.
That took some charged rounds.
Look at these scores too, 527 to 570 right now. Blue team lost control of that point, and they just were not able to get it back. They were so close to winning too. But it looks like red team is going to hold on to this if the Spark of Fire can keep the random ship name from getting any more kills here.
Yeah. I mean, if Spark of Fire gets the ship name or the ship name, I think that's pretty much going to be it for the blue team. Which does appear
Whoa,
to be the
light
situation.
flak rip that junker to shreds.
Wow. And the Zohan comes in for the Ram sandwich. Nope.
That was a sandwich.
No, it didn't quite hit the hitbox. It died beforehand.
Oh no! Don't ruin my hopes and
I'm
dreams.
sorry, Dan, but I want a sandwich to be an actual sandwich. None of these fakey sandwiches. And it looks like we're about to pass the point of no return with all three red ships in. Very, very, very close game.
Oh
But
boy!
red team was able to turn it around a couple of times. This is one of the closer ones we've seen, actually.
This was incredibly close. Loadouts were the exact same on each side. They were randomized. They were not optimized for this kind of fight, but we saw the team able to put everything together piece by piece and work as a team, come out just slightly ahead. It
Yeah.
was so close.
That was actually a really fun match. And
That
for
was a
any
lot
of
of
you
fun.
and for any of you who want to try out, Jervin said anyone can use his random ship generator, as long as, I mean, he's credited for it on the thing, the actual website, which I am linking now. And that is I mean, you guys can use that, go ahead and have some fun. Why is there only one person on that ship? Did you see that?
Yeah, things seem a little busted.
It was just one dude like, I did it.
Everyone else jumped.
But yeah, you can go ahead and use that random ship generator. You know, maybe you're a little bored in game, want to mix things up a bit. Yeah, you can go ahead and give
That's
that one a spin.
awesome. That is amazing. Thank you, Jervin, for putting that together. That was the first game of the Iron Forker Friday. I'm voting Northern Fjords next.
Fjords.
I
Love me
I
some
some
fjords.
Yeah,
Love me
some fjords.
fjords.
While we have a moment here, Rob has finished with the streamable version of the brackets for the R&D Invitational.
Ooh.
So we're going to throw those up on stream. Let you folks get a look at these. These were posted up on the front page of gunsoficarus.com earlier today. As you can see, everything files down to the EU bracket at the top versus the US bracket at the bottom. For the EU folks, it's starting off Storm Riders versus Mad Hatters, and then Cake versus the Glowwater Thralls.
Ooh.
They spelled my
On the
name wrong.
US.
They spelled my name wrong on gunsoficarus.com.
What'd you call
They
it? They call it
did?
Rad
No, last name is Shepard. They said Shepard.
Shepard.
Well,
They
and I am
spelled
good
it with a
it.
T?
Good old Rob Shepard.
Wow.
Commander
That's
Shepard.
Easy fix. That's easy fix.
That's hilarious. Now, I find that hilarious personally.
Commander
funny as
Shepard.
hell. On the US side, we have Sacrilege versus Praetorians, which is SPQR, and Hydra, which is the Brotherhood versus Zill's Merry Men. Now, a lot of people are looking at this and saying, okay, we have the Riders, we have the Thralls, we have SPQR. We have some major teams going in here oh yeah, these are the teams we're going to see
Mhm.
in the finals. That's not guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination. When we had the Hephaestus Challenge,
Yeah.
Cake did an amazing job. You can speak to that yourself, Kirk.
Absolutely. I mean, when we get our shit together, we get our shit together. I mean,
Zill's Merry Men got into the Gold League as well. They got into the Gold Finals.
yes, they stole our spot, if I remember correctly.
Sacrilege, they had a very tough season when it came to Hephaestus, but they were able to pull things together towards the end and get a couple solid wins before they got knocked out during the silver brackets.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I just keep looking at this bracket and going like,
Mad Hatters really struggled in the first part of the Hephaestus as well, but they pulled it together and now they are a dominant team. I think people don't really understand how tightly they pulled things back together.
I mean, the thing is that the top teams change pretty quickly in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really pay attention to a lot of other competitive games and such, but I mean, I can imagine, you know, teams on top usually tend to stay near the top for time. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, that's usually the way it goes. But Guns of Icarus, it changes so quickly. I mean, who's on top? Who's near the top? Who's dead bottom? We've seen, I mean, top teams be defeated by very low level teams, and I mean, we've seen low level teams defeat high level teams, which is redundant, but the point still stands. Things change.
In addition, this is going to be the one of the Glowwater Thralls' last tournaments. This is going to be the Glowwater Thralls' last tournament as we know them. After this, there will be no Scrim Scrawl.
Oh.
This is his last tournament.
Tears.
So the Glowwater Thralls after this are going to be changing up in a major way. There are plenty of other players on the Thralls team. They have a plethora of talent, if you'll excuse a term.
Yeah, and then do you know any news on whether they're just going to make a new clan under a new name, or if they're just going to go all out and get themselves up amongst all of the other clans? Or
As far as I know, the Glowwater Thralls aren't splitting up.
okay, they're just going to.
Just Scrimscraw isn't going to be competing anymore.
I
at all.
see.
Like he won't have anything to do with the competitive side of things. So, yeah.
That's, I mean, players leave often, but it's a big hit when a clan leader, especially, decides to throw in the towel. I mean, that just changes things up. Like I remember.
Yeah, he wants to focus a lot more on organizing.
Oh, he's not. Okay. He's not leaving the game. He is.
Yeah, no, he's not leaving the game. He's going to do just organizing from then on.
Okay. That's a little bit different.
Like he's been working a little more closely for the Sunday Community Skirmish
Okay.
event.
All right. So he's going to do more community bound and clan organizing bound stuff, sort of like what I do.
Precisely.
Okay, I see. Oh, okay.
We are waiting for things to start up here. We did get Northern Fjords as the map. Some odd loadouts here for these two individual teams.
Really, they had their own choice this time around.
We still have a Spire and a Squid on the red team.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh wow, Dan, I didn't know.
You didn't know what?
I wasn't aware.
Aware of what?
Just that red goldfish up there. I didn't.
Well, wasn't it obvious?
You ruined it. Rob, that was going to be beautiful, and you ruined it.
I ruined everything.
I thought Rob's finish there was quite spectacular.
Yeah, most people think that.
Ramadan Show is not for viewers under the age of 18.
We are terrible human beings here at twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show.
Why do I keep coming on?
During actual tournament events, we are much more professional.
Yes, this is the Iron Fork of Friday. Silliness abound. Like, did you not see that last match? That got kind of silly.
It did get silly, but at the same time,
It was good.
we saw that a lot of actual skill had to come out of the woodwork there.
Yeah. I mean,
Admiral just changed his ship name again.
Rob,
Yes.
see that?
There really is silliness abound today. Good Lord above.
Ooh.
Dementio saying that riders are just going to absorb the rest of the balls and they will then be unstoppable.
Well, I, for one, welcome our new Glowwater Rider overlords.
Glow riders?
Glow Riders? The Glow Rider Thralls?
No.
Just
You know what a
Glow
low
Rider.
rider is, right?
That's the car, right?
Yeah.
It's
The
Rider.
glow riders. Unfortunately, I don't know a Dementio in riders. The only person I know with similar names, a similar name is Daniel. But he isn't here at the moment.
That's a shame. I do like Daniel. He shows up in our mumble sometimes.
So random.
So random.
We should be getting together, get a game here shortly.
You gotta change around ship loadouts. Couple people left. A couple people coming in. You gotta organize your people. You gotta see your screaming Kirk up on the cast. Patrolling because they don't catch my riding dirty. That's right, Admiral. That is right.
Dan does not love Admiral a lot. That name is a lot.
He deleted the spaces so he could fit in Dan loves Admiral a lot.
I
How does
hate you, obvious, so much.
Aww. It's a love-hate relationship.
Demencio is asking why I'm ignoring him. I do not know anyone named Demencio. I'm sorry. I know someone writer named Daniel, but I don't know Demencio.
Demencio.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Demencio. What is that? What is
Got
that? Ring?
nothing.
I got Daniel. Daniel.
Nope.
Daniel.
Whoa! Obvious last minute ship name change.
See, unfortunately, he was not able to finish it. It was going to be Dan eats but rarely uses the restroom, but and unfortunately got cut off to just Dan eats butt. Not to be confused with the butt with two T's. It's just simply an incomplete sentence.
I have no reason to live. That's just-
Well, once again, the Robin Kirk show comes to fruition.
All right, Northern Fjords is the map. We forgot to do an explanation of the map, so who cares? We are going to go through ship loadouts. So we have the Spark of Fire piloted by Doodle Hog. It is a Hwacha Spire with Hades, Flamer, and Gatling. You also have the Dan Eats Butt. Didn't even spell it right. It's a Hwacha Fish piloted by Obvious with Flamer and Gatling. Of course, obviously it was not spelled correctly. Let that sink in a moment. You also have the Alamancer. That is Sir Morty's squid, a very well-known squid, with a light carronade, flamer, and mine launcher on it. Go ahead, Kirk.
And for the blue team, we have the Life After Love. I believe in it. Do you? Which
Nope.
is a which is got a flak on the top, Merc Caro on the bottom, and then another Merc flare gun on the top deck. The Blowfish, which has a javelin on the front, or a javelin, a Artemis on the front, two Artemises on the right, and a Banshee Gatling on the left. And to close things out, we have the regular ship, which is a double Hades Piri with the Flamer Flare. So
You know, we don't often see triple Artemis anymore.
yeah, that used
Usually
to be
there's a Hades with it.
triple Artemis used to be. Whoo!
Spark of Fire losing its armor, getting shot out all over the place. Armor just comes back up at the last moment before flag. Never mind.
Wow, the Life After Love just hammered that Spire. I really like what Fox is doing with this build, where he's got the two Mercuries just barely able to cross arc, and then the flak able to really help that out.
The password for today, someone's asking in chat, Rupert, the password is unexpected yum, all one word.
No
Danny
capital letters.
Butt is getting hammered. As
Don't you
it
mean
should
Danny's
be.
butt is eating it?
I quit. I'm done. It's all,
right.
you're all your own.
All right, I'll be taking over. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to twitch.tv/the Robin Kirk Show. I'm your host, Kirk. And on the camera is Rob today. Dan eats butt. I don't know who Dan is, but whoever he is, he probably eats butt. Just rams into a wall, takes a little bit of Gatling fire as well. Banshees are coming in a little bit inaccurate, hulls back up. It's going to be, Dan eats butt's probably going to be around for a little bit longer, while Dan eats butt turns the Hwacha in to get Dan eats butt, Hwacha's the Blowfish a little bit.
You know,
Dan
he
eats
wouldn't
butt
have taken
giving
all that
instead of
damage if he
receiving.
didn't ram himself into that crevasse like that.
Yeah, I mean, Dan eats butt, just ate butt.
I don't know who this Dan guy is, but he's
Welcome back, anonymous co-caster. How are you?
my name is Dementio. It's a little.
One of the
Alamancer is getting slaughtered, trying to escape the situation by going above arcs. It looks like he has escaped, only took a little bit of hull damage. Spark of Fire coming in behind Life After Love. The Spire doing a good job of catching the Mobula off guard, but it is starting to get hit just a bit. Hwacha doing a great job of taking the armor down, getting some hits in on the hull. Doesn't quite finish it off though, and Spark of Fire is starting to lose hull points as its armor goes down.
Yeah, I think that Spire just overextended a little bit. I mean, the Alamancer's coming in to help now, but just too late. Life After Love takes about half perma, but I mean, that could have been much worse if the Spire had just held back a little bit and used the heavy Hwacha.
Yeah, you can take something out with it at medium range.
Oh,
You
very
just have
easily.
to have someone who hits with it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Elementor and regular ship duking it out. Life after love coming in to give a little bit of help. Elementor's probably, oh, maybe not. Not with the Danny's butt coming in to give a little help at the against the life after love. Mobius, of course, resistant to Hwacha disabled, so he's going to keep shooting.
It can be difficult to get good hits with the Hwacha on a Mobula, especially if you're looking at it straight from the front or one of the sides. You have to be slightly above it to get those really good Hwacha hits on it. Which
Yeah.
can be tough enough.
Yeah, I mean, and even when you're slightly above it, their components are so spaced out. It's just, I mean, even with burst, it's very difficult to get across the ship disable like you can on a Permidian.
You have to be very good at sweeping.
Yes, you have to be able to-
Elemancer getting flames all over the Blowfish in regular ship, but Danny's butt does go down as it should because Obvious is a bad human being.
Wow, I sense a bit of hostility there.
I wonder why.
Elemancer has ascended up into the clouds and is escaping. None of these ships are going to be able to keep up with and or put any sort of damage on him as he makes a clean escape.
As long as they can survive Elemancer's harassment, it's not a huge issue. Morty, how Morty plays his squid, he's very quickly in and out, just harassing over and over again to the point where it's a nuisance, and he tries to get the enemy team to focus on him while he's just being a distraction, allowing his allies to do a lot of the heavier lifting.
Absolutely. And I mean, he is very good at that harassing. I mean, the Blowfish still has fires burning.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
As long as the blue ships can out tank that harassment, can get their chem sprays down, and can repair through the damage, there shouldn't be too big of a problem.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, when you're focusing on the squid, then there's an actual damage potential ship who is...
Exactly. I think that's what they want to go for. That's what Morty goes for with this build is, hey, look at me. I'm the one that's causing all your attention right here. Oh, wait, no, it's my allies killing you.
Look, I'm a squid and I'm having a party. Ooh, Spark of Fire takes a lot of damage very quickly. And it's gone.
What?
Spire comes up.
There.
Spire comes up over the ridge, and it's gone.
It was right there a minute ago.
Wow. And I mean, red team has already started its advance. Geez, that Spire just came out too early and just absolutely paid for it. And the red team is paying for it. Danny's butt taking a lot of damage.
I hate you so much.
Obvious, what do you think of that?
Elemancer is the last red ship in the area, and they could be kill number 7 for the blue team, getting a solid 7-0 sweep in the second game of today's Iron 4.
I mean, Elemancer is definitely giving himself the best option for an escape. You know, hydrogening up, kerosining out. Taking a little bit of Hades fire, but I think he'll be able to dodge most of it from the regular
They're fine
ship.
with that. If I know how Morty runs his ship, he's already told his crew, all right, full repairs, guys, don't even bother shooting. Just keep the ship together. Someone's camping the hull. Someone's camping those primary engines. Someone's camping the balloon.
Yeah, and I mean, he's already lost spots in the cloud, and he's gone. Spark of Fire taking shots once again. Just poor guy.
Spark of Fire is doing the exact same thing. They might actually...
They're doing literally the same thing that worked so horrendously for them last time.
There's no way they can even keep the ship together. Spark of Fire getting ripped apart. They go down. They are the 7th kill.
Well, I mean, they survived a little bit longer than they did last time.
A few seconds.
If it's any consolation.
It's not.
Anyway, good job, blue team. Clean sweep. Red team, good try. Some good escapes. Some slight tactical, mistakes that definitely cost them.
Mm-hmm. Very good use by the triple Artemis. We don't ever see triple Artemis once again, but great use of it by the Blowfish. Life After Love, the Mobula, Fox's Mobula there, did a great job. He has a very experienced crew in the situation, 12 and up in the levels of engineers. Darwin, Inkjet, and who else was that? Sparklefish.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I think that triple Artemis, Sparklerfish, that triple Artemis actually paired really well with Fox's dual Merc Flak.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really well.
Mm-hmm. once again, the password for today is unexpected yum.
One word.
Unexpected yum is the
no
password.
caps. One word, no caps. As per
So-
the usual.
While I have you here, Kirk,
Uh-huh.
what is Cake doing anything specific to prepare for the invitational?
Is this live?
Yes.
Is this live?
Yes.
Is this we're gonna okay. All right. Shh, come here. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Come here. Okay. All right, you close.
Yes.
We're gonna set him on fire.
What?
Yeah, shh. Keep your voice down. Keep it down.
You're gonna use fire?
Shh.
Okay.
Shh. I know it's crazy, but it's just might be crazy enough to work. Just gonna drop the mic, leave the room.
That is all you need to say. You're good to go. No
Peace
more
out.
comments from Cake.
James T. Kirk has left the building.
Speaking of, he has come back on screen.
With that same freaking.
Wolf Prince is shouting at you to stop sharing our secrets out.
I
apparently.
didn't. It was in good confidence. Dan's a friend.
Am I?
I'm like 65% sure.
Or am I a double agent
For literally every other clan.
for clan?
For clan.
I
We
am-
we keep losing men to the clan. Now you.
we've lost like 2 or 3 people to clan.
And good for them. I mean, we keep hearing how happy they are, and I mean that's good. I mean, if you can really find your home, that's all we can really ask for.
There you go. 65% is close enough.
Whew.
Rob is having a lot of fun today, guys.
Rob's having too much fun today.
I think Rob is having legally too much fun.
Someone call the police.
Someone needs to come and arrest Rob.
Hello, 911. Is this the 911? Rob is having too much fun.
We're getting set up for game number 3 here. Northern Fjords is the map once again. Teams have been switched around slightly. It is just past 5 p.m. Eastern. Here, twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show. I see you typing, Rob. I am the law.
The Iron Fork. We're about 15% of the on-air time is Dan and I just laughing hysterically.
I cannot handle this. I am not enough of an adult.
Can you
We
literally not even?
Can we, Rob? Do we have enough cash to hire an adult who can be an adult around us?
Just like curl up and like, I need an adult.
Maybe.
Maybe. What are you typing? Set phasers to
Adult phasors. Set phasors. Set phasors stuff flack. Baby got black.
Obvious is apparently up for hire as an adult, and yet he's not an adult, so that doesn't solve a problem.
Vote Admiral as guest star. No.
He is neither a guest nor a star.
Up top.
I feel like a bad person. E5. Oh yeah.
Ugh. Don't want none unless it got guns, hun. Baby got flack.
I hate my life. I'm gonna let Jacob know we should get started here.
Oh, whoa, this is interesting. In my twitch.tv/RobinandJoe/chat, Admiral has a blue name, but on the regular stream, it's red.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because Twitch.
Oh, okay, thanks. I was wondering.
Wolf Prince, this is the original time of the Iron Fork, and we're gonna see if it can keep it here right after the developer's fireside permanently.
Yeah, we used to run at 4 EST back at the beginning. We switched to 5, and now we're going back to 4.
Because Europeans.
Yeah. Well, Dan, here's a question. Here's a question for you. If you're an American when you go into the bathroom, and an American when you come out of the bathroom, what are you while you're in the bathroom?
European.
European. There's a dad joke for you, Admiral.
Admiral Obvious is probably shedding a tear because we said that on air.
He's probably writing me a check.
Why?
For like $20. Reason Kirk said a dad joke on air.
He's just like, I just want to get my money. You're always rushing going into the bathroom.
Bye, done.
Yeah,
We're done.
You're rushing into the bathroom, and then you're Vladimir pooping.
I can't deal with this. No.
Done.
Kirk,
I'm done.
I need help. Now you know how I feel, god damn it.
Just done. That's all there is to say about that.
What the fuck?
See, this is why we need to get the lobbies going faster, because shit like this happens when we're just sitting around. Admiral is scratching out my name on the check and readdressing it to Rob.
Yeah, that was. I get the feeling Obvious and Rob would get along very well, for better or worse.
I don't even want to think about those two in the same room.
Actually, Kirk, I'm starting to think. You remember the little toasty face that pops up during
no.
Mortal Kombat?
Oh no!
I'm thinking I need to
no.
give you a button that you could have the little Kirk pop up during a game.
Toasty. That'd make me happy.
Admiral plus Rob get no.
Just no. Just
Why does my life have to be so hard?
toasty.
We're still waiting on the teams and crews to ready up.
So we can get toasty.
Southern Fury is going to be the map once again. Obvious has changed his ship name over to the Kirk Can't Tell Jokes.
No. That's perfectly that's perfectly acceptable as a ship name. Report the shit out of this guy. Offensive ship name.
All our mouses are just going to gently go over to the report obvious button.
Oh geez, what am I doing? Oh no. Oh, looks like you
no.
got saved by the match starting. You son of a gun, I'll get you next time.
Northern Fjords is the map. Since we didn't do a map explanation last time because we were giggling like idiots, Kirk, tell us about the map.
Fjords is a really cool map because it has the potential for long, mid, and close range engagements. There is a nice little sweet spot in the middle between the terrain and the clouds for long range engagements. Mid range engagements can happen when one team closes halfway. In close range, when a team sneaks all the way around the side.
Alrighty, going through loadouts here, we have the Loch Ness. I believe Lochnagar rounds are a part of this. No, they are not. There is not a single Lochnagar round on
Kirk
that
is
entire
disappoint.
ship. Jesus. That is Jetpack Stapler flying that Mobula. We have on the top of Mercury. Main deck is Artemis says, and the bottom deck Mine Launchers.
Ooh.
We also have the Kirk Can't Tell Jokes, flown by Admiral Obvious. It's a Pyramidion with Merc Flak front and Flamer and Carronade side. We also have the Alamancer, Morty's Squid. It's got Zemco on it
Ooh.
and an AI.
Ooh.
Carronade, Flamer, and Mine Launcher on that. Go ahead, Kirk, with the blue team.
And blue team, we've got the Panzerflugzeug. Is that right?
No.
Did I say it angry enough?
Panzerflugzeug.
Panzerflugzeug, which is piloted by Q-Fox P. It has the Artemis on the top, the double
That
mark
is
on
so
the left.
disgustingly racist.
And it has the kettle. What's that? That's a flare gun. And we have the Thalasha. Wow, these names I get to read, which is Flamer front, Flamer left, Merc rear, Squid, and finally the Voosh. Return of the
Love
Voosh.
the Zoosh.
Voosh, which is piloted by Karos, which is a Hwachafish with Flamer Gat, which is
I
gonna ram.
believe the blue squid is pronounced the Lhasa.
Thalassa. Okay, well,
Lhasa.
next time, why don't you read the blue team? I'll get the
Oh,
Kirk.
fine.
The
I
Kirk
will.
can't tell jokes and the Loch Ness and the Alamancer, and you can get the crazy names 101.
Zoosh has well overextended and is getting ground down by both the Kirk Can't Tell Jokes and the Alamancer at the same time with help from the Loch Ness. They do not have a lot of life left in them. That goldfish, not long for the world. They're getting burned out, flamed out, ground out, and flacked out. There they go.
Very
Still
much on
going
fire.
to The Alamancer.
Panzer, of course.
Whoa, hey!
Whoa, what happened?
Whoa!
What happened?
The Kirk Can't Tell Jokes got flacked out by the Panzerflugzeug.
Wow. He is putting some long-range support, like, wow.
That's some
That
good
is
shots.
those are he took the shot.
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 Zoosh has come back in. He is respawned. Thalassa is getting flamed out as well. Alamancer and Kirk Can't Tell Jokes trying to get shots on it. Alamancer getting the raw end of the deal, though, from the looks of things. Definitely hurting.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of flamer going from the Falcon and the Alamancer, and the Kirk Can't Tell Jokes is trying to get him off of it. Those flaks are going in, however, they are arming, so they're not doing their maximum damage potential. It does look like he's going in for a ram.
Boop! Uppercut.
Okay.
Got the kill. Kirk Can't Tell Jokes finishes him off.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Panzer waiting for spots before he can put down any more long-range fire. He is sitting between the two clouds.
Who's flying that? That's Fox. That's
Fox.
Fox flying the Panzerflugzeug.
Good old Quafox, your friend and mine.
He did in fact change his name to Q Fox P. Since people would keep pronouncing it that way anyhow.
That was funny. I remember there was actually a survey on our Cake website as to what he should change his name to, which was put up without his permission, mind you.
By who, Kirk?
Was it Mel or was it Tib? It wasn't me actually.
Wasn't you, son of a bitch? I thought it was you.
No, it was probably either Mel or Tib.
I would blame Melon.
Yeah, that sounds like something Melon would do. But that doesn't seem out of the range of Tiberius either. Anyway, whoever did it, Fox actually changed his name, much to the surprise of everyone.
Panzerflugzeug did lose its armor, taking serious flak shots.
Wow.
Armor does come back up before it gets taken out, but losing most of its hull there.
Watchers were going a little wide on the Kirk Can't Tell Jokes, but you know that's that front view of that Permidian.
It's probably the pilot's fault too.
Yeah, little wrench of the. Oh, there goes the Panzer. Just takes it one last merc.
Taken out. Loch Ness got the kill without Lochnagar ammo, so I'm very sad about that.
Doesn't
Zoosh.
count. Mark
Zoosh.
1 point off.
Going in, trying to get in a good engagement on the Kirk Can't Tell Jokes, but it does not happen. Kirk Can't Tell Jokes happy to try and brawl with the best of them. Zoosh trying to get Watcher shots to disable the Loch Ness, but those Watcher shots very ineffective against that Mobula. No disables whatsoever. One disable. I apologize. One disable on that.
Let's say Dan, he got one disabled.
One disable. Well, I'm gonna be honest and truthful
Okay.
as best I can.
Okay.
Thalassa getting flamed out by the Alamancer, forced to retreat. Both blue ships forced to back away before they get another kill, before the red team rather gets another kill.
Yeah, and I mean, in this retreat, you know, the Voosh has got, you know, just about a third left, probably less than even, closer to a quarter of his perma out. Loch Ness is about half. Allomancer probably about 3/4. In the red spawn, blue team has just not been able to put together a successful charge.
They've also been the aggressor in almost all of these situations. I feel like if they held back, used the Panzerflugzeug to snipe out and draw the red team into their area, I think the engagements might be a little more friendly. The Lhasa losing its armor, hull takes about 1/3 of its damage, much more than that actually, before armor comes back up. They're
More
getting
flex.
wrecked to shreds.
Yeah, I mean, it seems as soon as that armor comes back up, a Merc comes in, a couple Gatling shots come in, and it's just down again. Thelsa trying to get a ram in on the Loch Ness. Loch Ness dips under, however, loses its balloon. Thelsa trying to follow it down, overshooting it a little bit, probably more concerned with getting out of there at this point.
Alamancer's right behind him. They are not getting out of here.
Yeah, and Kirk,
Lassie
who's got
is
a
not getting out of this one.
yeah, Kirk has got a mid-long range build. There's no way.
Armor goes down. They get the kill. 4th point for the red team. They're up 4-1 in this 3rd game of the Iron Fork of Friday.
Yeah, and I mean, Voosh is just kind of sitting near-ish to their spawn in a little open, clouded area. But there's a lot between him and them. He's probably not going to get seen unless he drops down too hard.
Red team righting themselves and preparing for the next engagement. It looks like they're not too eager to be aggressive in this situation, although they are starting to push forward as they get spots. Not being too terribly aggressive, but aggressive enough to put pressure on the blue team.
Panzer once again got his left long range side pointed towards pretty much all 3 of those ships. He should have pretty decent arcs on a couple of them. Might be a little high for the arty, but I mean, he said, "Oh, Voosh gets spotted, takes some hits, takes some nasty hits." And that Merc just cutting right through that paper armor.
They're very low on hull at this point. Armor has started taking shots again. The armor, of course, can come back up and go down and come back up and go down all at once. That hull, though, that hull is permanent. And as the armor just went down again for a brief moment, flak shots did come in and nearly finish them off. Armor is down again. Flak shots could have done it, not quite landing.
Wow, I mean, he has got everyone on that hull. I mean, we see that dropping and then coming up almost instantaneously. It looks like if he just drops down a little bit more, he'll be behind hard cover, and it looks like he's made it out, but at what cost?
If he even so much as looks at engaging in combat, he will explode.
Yeah, absolutely. Goldfish have the 2nd least amount of armor in the game. It's just so thin. I mean, he's not... Goldfish pretty much live and die off of their perma hull, so...
Alamancer sitting low, trying to set a trap for Thalassa or Zoosh, whichever comes out first. Loch Ness taking some damage there. They're still sitting very low on permahull. Armor bouncing around, but not going down quite yet.
Not really sure what Thalas is doing. I mean, they're back
They were
Merc
just sitting
sniping.
there for quite a while.
I mean, they're trying to get their Mercury to do a little bit of damage, but I mean, Alamancer has sprung its trap. Kirk can't tell joke is putting down its mid-long range fire. Loch Ness is putting down its mid-long range fire.
Black shots.
He put himself into a 3v1 essentially, with only a Merc gun to show for it, and
Ouch.
he paid for it.
5-1 in favor of the red team.
Oh, Panzer takes out the Loch Ness. 5-2 in favor of the red team.
He was low for a long time there.
Yeah,
a
and
long time.
those Mercs just finally finished picking him off.
Zoosh, if Alamancer does go in, I think they have an easy kill on Zoosh, but Panzerflugzeug would counter pretty decently.
Yeah, I mean, red team is just set themselves up a really good defensive position. They've been impossible to charge in on successfully this entire match.
Wow, look at that. Alamancer going high and going right in. Panzerflugzeug does see them. Alamancer does have the attention of the blue team. It looks like this is the purpose of drawing the enemy ships out of cover. Zoosh looking to be the target of the long-range fire.
He's got one more armor strip. Boom, not even.
Oh, God.
Not even. Wow, that Merc cut through the rest of the armor and the last tiny bit of the perma hull. One more point, and red team's going to take this home. Panzer is very much, not pointed at the other 2 red ships who
He's
appear to be
exposed.
closing in. Yeah, these other 2 red
Very
ships are
exposed.
closing in. Flax are bursting a little far. But,
Red team needs to get in just a little closer. Alamancer doing a good job of having distracted the blue team, but now it's time for the rest of the red team to follow up and continue to put that pressure on the blue team as they get pushed back into their spawn.
Yeah, I mean, Alamancer has done, he really likes that flight ceiling, Morty does, and he is pushing it as he escapes from the Thalsa. I mean, he's dropped his spot. They probably have no idea where he is at this point.
Panzerflugzeug continuing to absorb shots from the Loch Ness, and Kirk can't tell jokes. They're still spotted. Hard cover it just barely gets achieved. They just barely get hard cover. Alamancer still has spots on them, however, as they fly high above that Mobula. Looks like the red team is going for the Vzush, which is much more exposed. Flamethrower all over the place. Vzush trying to do its best to survive and engage at the same time. Long range fire coming in from Loch Ness, and Kirk can't tell jokes. Armor is down. Armor comes back up just in time.
Chem is holding. Oh, never mind. It was just a second ago. It's gone down. They're completely focused on the Alamancer, while the Kirk can't tell jokes and Loch Ness are just laying down long range fire. I mean, this is probably going to be
boom.
And that's all she wrote. I mean, that was some strategizing by the red team.
7-2 is the final score of that game. Red team getting a comeback win for this Iron Fork of Friday, October 17th, 2014. Dan here, joined by a Mr. James T. Kirk. One more game. Probably one more game available in the time slot for us before we close up shop for today.
Oh boy, I hope it's a raid on the refinery.
Oh, I hate you.
Maybe if we're lucky, it'll go into slow motion like the Matrix.
Raid on the refinery is unfortunately one of the maps. I'm going to choose Canyon Ambush, though, because I haven't seen it today.
Oh, look, raid on the refinery is one of the options. I think I'll vote for it.
I think we all should pick Canyon Ambush.
I think I'm gonna tell the chat, vote raid. There we go, vote raid. There we go. So that'll be fun. Kirk is dumb. All right, vote Canyon. Fair enough. An Admiral, a Dan, and a Rob walk into a bar. Rob, you missed your serial comma. That sentence is grammatically incorrect. Just gonna put that out there. Raid.
I hate you guys so much.
Looks like raid is.
No, I win. Screw you all.
You really wanted a raid match. Put up a sad Kirk.
Does he have a sad? Is Kirk ever sad?
Kirk is sad. Remember when he had to kill his best friend? He was pretty sad when he had to do that. That was in like episode 2 or 3.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, his friend turned into like basically like a god, and Kirk had to kill him. So yeah, Kirk killed a god. And actually, fun fact, he spawned his god friend spawned a tombstone to taunt Kirk, and on the headstone it said James R. Kirk.
What?
Yeah, James R. Kirk. And they just didn't fix it because they're like, oh, nobody's going to care about this show, because this was like, just like within like the second or third episode. So
Found
yeah,
it.
I mean, if you look down at your keyboard, you see that the R is very close to the T.
Okay.
Iron Fork of every day.
Apparently, Kirk found the picture. Apparently, Rob found the picture of Sad Kirk.
Sad Kirk or James R. Kirk? I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out as soon as it goes up.
We're about to see here on stream. On the red side of things. Oh.
To see, that's what you did to me, Dad. As soon as I saw Canyon, that's what I did.
I don't care. It's adorable. I don't care.
Look how cute I am.
I have no comment. We have, as it stands, 2 Mobulas on the red team.
Ooh. 2 very, very high level pilots flying Mobulas. Wow, we've got some high numbers over on the red team. If Fox was on that team, the lowest level would be 14.
Rob, stop it!
But I wanted raid QQ.
I hate you all.
We love you too, Dan. Group hug.
This will be interesting with Morty engaging head-on, harassing quite a lot, and with these two Mobulas carrying a lot of frontal firepower. This could be a very interesting canyon ambush.
Yeah, I mean the red team is going to try to stick the canyons. Actually, I see this turning very bad for Morty as he tries to get them in the canyons and draw them out. Blue team, which has Gat Fury, Gat Flamer Fury, Blenderfish, are just going to rip him to shreds as soon as they see him. He's not going to have a chance to do the harassment and escape tactics because he's just going to get saddled. I don't know. He might. I'm probably not the best idea to underestimate Morty, but if he does his regular tactics, he's going to have to mix things up a little bit, play a little bit more conservatively than he usually does. Because this is not the blue team we saw last match.
I think he can manage that. He's a very good pilot. He's got a lot of experience under his belt. That sounds dirty.
I agree with that, but I mean, just build wise, and I mean, we've got Fox, Admiral, and Karos here. Flying a Blenderfish, Gat Flamer, Gat. I mean, oh, raw.
Can we give Rob something to do?
I have something to do.
He's clearly you don't.
I just like every fifth word. Rob just plugs into the Google machine and sees if he can get some entertaining picture out of it.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Red team's all readied up. Blue team's just finishing getting their stuff together.
Blue team is taking their sweet time.
Sweet time.
Sweet time. Well, thank you all for joining us here on twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show. Don't miss your weekend mornings. Not only will we have some Heroes of the Storm for you, but we'll see what other games we have available and get those on the air for you as well. I'd like to do some heavy bullets eventually, but we have other games. There are other games I want to play. So
Heavy Clip hasn't been viable since the flak change.
What do you mean?
You just said heavy clip.
Heavy bullets.
Oh, I mean, I've heard that sometimes, but yeah. What about it?
It's a game, dickbag.
Wait, there are other games other than Guns of Icarus? This game has been my life, dude. Bro.
No, it isn't. What are you talking about?
I exist for guns. Guns exist for me.
I know for a fact that's a lie.
Subjective truths, Dan. Subjective truths.
You play other games.
Fine. I'll admit to dabbling in some other games.
Don't make me pull up your history, your profile, if you will, on Steam.
But okay, all right. You know what? Here, I'll read to you some numbers while we wait for this game to get started. Let's see. Guns of Icarus. Where are you, buddy? Oh, my good friend. We have 626 hours. Let's see. My next highest game, probably Team Fortress 2. Yeah, 45 hours. Let me read that one more time. Guns of Icarus Online, 626 hours. Team Fortress 2, 45 hours.
Okay, fine.
I live for Guns of Icarus.
Wait, what about Fallout New Vegas?
I have not played. I can't even get my Fallout 3 working.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing.
That sucked.
We got to get that up.
Kirk.
Yeah.
Stream.
Oh. That is me. That is me.
I don't even get that.
How could you not get that? It explains itself.
Ram, nope.
And it just whoop, dips right over.
We're finally getting set up here for this game.
Malachad cannot decide where he wants to go today. Do we need another captain in here? Are we a captain short? Hey, where'd Fox go?
No idea.
Did Fox? It seems as Fox is DC'd. He should be coming back. It appears. There he is. All right, that was the problem. There was a disconnect.
For better or worse. Why is Maddie's junker named the Flaming Bedrolls?
Who's junker?
The Maddie's junker, Madeleld.
Oh.
Junker is named the Flaming Bedrolls.
That's interesting.
I do not understand.
I don't think we're meant to. Certain things in this world that are just beyond our understanding. I believe this is a prime example of that.
But is it a prime example of the Prime Directive?
Absolutely not. I don't
Rob
even know.
is just putting all sorts of pictures up at this.
And we're getting in a match.
Here. Oh my God.
I like that one. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll just take initiative here and tell you all about Canyon Ambush.
Ambush is a map. Yeah.
Canyon Ambush is a fun one. You've got some really close quarters, very cloudy, very labyrinth-esque in the middle of the map, and on either spawn there's an open area, so you can see close range or long range engagements on this map.
Kirk, red team is yours this time.
Oh, that's right. I get the easy names. Oh, you also have easy names. This isn't fair. I call no fairsies. The Loch Ness, which has a Banshee on the top, two Gatlings on the bottom, and more Banshees on the outside. I like this one.
And no Loch Nagar ammo on it whatsoever.
Dude, Banshees more than make up for that. We have the Fancy, which is piloted by Dementio. I don't know who that is. Hades on the top, Flamer Caro on the bottom, and Artie on the outsides. And finally, the Alamancer, Morty Squid, making a grand return. Carronade on the front, Flamer on the back, Mine Launcher as usual. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
For the blue team, we have Fozzie the Pyrrha, Fox's classic Pyramidion, with double Gatlings on the front, Banshee and Carronade on the side. We also have the I Will Hug Admiral, piloted by Admiral Obvious, oddly enough. Flamer Gat on the front, Mine Launcher and Flare on the side. And we have the Exactum, piloted by Kairos. It is a blender fish. I always love seeing those blender fish with Gatling and Flamer on the sides.
I also love me a good blendy.
You know, there's never a bad time for a blender fish.
When you're going against two Pyramidions, that's a bad time for a blender fish.
That's a really bad time, but we have Mobulas in this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is gonna chew right through them.
Blender fish, like there's a specific noise that happens when a blender fish begins to chew up Mobulas. You know what that sound might be?
Death.
Nom, 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 nom,
You mean like Rob last week?
Yep. Just chewing. Not actually doing anything productive.
Munch.
Just chewing.
Anyway, red team is coagulating up quite nicely. Blue team, Blendy kind of went off on his own. He's collecting up with the blue team now.
It looks like both teams are playing somewhat defensively. Red team waiting for the blue team to come to them, and blue team fearing the difference in experience levels, probably playing conservatively as well throughout this game.
I'd like to see blue team play conservatively in their side of the canyon. Oh, red team is moving in. Blue team needs to get in there right now, and they could win some serious engagements. They're leading with the Fancy, which is their longer range one with the main Hades, while the Loch Ness, which is the closer one with primarily Banshees and Flamers, is holding back, while the Alamancer, who's really their close range ship, is in the rear. I do not like this positioning, and blue team needs to bunch up quickly if they're going to try to catch these guys off guard.
Sorry, I'm typing in game there.
That's fine.
The Fancy, well ahead of the Loch Ness and the Alamancer, engaging the Exactum before any shots are fired beyond that. Exactum starting to take just a little bit of damage, specifically in the balloon and in the armor regions. I will hug Admiral and Fozzie the Pira not moving in just yet. I think they're waiting for Fozzie the Pira to get into position, but they're taking an awful long time, and Exactum is starting to take some damage.
The I will hug Admiral is moving in on the Fancy now. Fancy dipping low. Allomancer closing in behind him. Armor's down. I mean, Flamer's going out, which means those engineers are on full repair. However, the I will hug Admiral is getting cooked himself. Fozzie the Pira is coming around the corner, coming around the mountain when she comes. Probably going to close in on the Allomancer here.
I will hug Admiral losing its armor for a moment there. Nothing else happening. Fancy getting ground out by Fozzie the Pira. Ram kill.
Beautiful. And it looks like he's coming about to hit the Allomancer. Allomancer knows what's up, and he's getting out of there. The Expectorium has balloon locked the Loch Ness. And
Exactum, you mean?
that's what I said.
I thought you said the Expectorum.
I reject your reality and substitute my own. Exactum has got them pinned against a rock in a hard place. Oh, but they lose their own armor as well, but they can out-tank a
Does
Mobula.
not matter.
Can out-tank a Mobula any day of the week. Fozzie the Pyra and the I will hug Admiral closing on the Allomancer. Allomancer, of course, GTFOing as Morty does.
He didn't even wait for the ink to be dry on that death certificate. He was all sorts of gone.
Nope, 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 nope. So much nope.
There was a lot of nope. They went to Nopesville on the nope train.
I will hug Admiral got a little too happy to chase him. They're gonna have to back off now as the Hades reigns in from the Fancy.
Despite the experience gap between these two teams, they've done a very good job of getting kills. Specifically, the blue team up 2-0 with a not solid but a well executed flank. It was really shaky there early on, specifically with I hug Admiral getting double teamed there. But when Fozzie the Pira came in, he saved the Admiral's butt and then got those kills on both the Fancy and the Loch Ness.
Yeah, and I think what happened there is the red team was well aware of the level gap. It was like, I think we can manage a charge. And I mean, they're overconfident. What's their weakness? And they just, wait, that was Luke's line, not the Emperor's.
Yeah,
that
your
was
faith in your friends is yours.
Yeah, that's that one up. Whoopsie doopsies. I'm more of a Star Trek as opposed to Star Wars guy, in case you couldn't tell. But anywho, the Fancy.
You could just mix the references and piss everyone off.
Including myself, I'll pass. Fancy getting themselves into position. I mean, Fozzie is Fozzie's about to get surrounded.
Yeah.
Fozzie's
about to have a very bad day. Morty has spotted him coming in right behind. Fox has not realized the mistake just yet. Why has Allomancer not done anything?
Is he doing that the Top Gun where you take a picture?
Wow.
And, oh man, Fozzie's just cruising right by. Is he gonna go in or is he gonna try to escape?
Mine hit on the Allomancer from Fozzie the Pira.
Oh, Fozzie has moved himself into a 3v1 here against these two mobiles. However, I will hug Admiral's coming in for the flank against the Loch Ness. Loch Ness can do almost nothing at this point. Flamer Gat is going down. Those engineers are trying to do their best to get those flames managed for and are not really too focused on gunning right now. Allomancer, nice ram, knocks him off arcs. Admiral is now re-engaged on the Fancy. Fozzie did go down. Exactum a little tardy to the party.
Speaking of management, the red team has effectively managed the mischief of the blue team, as blue team did come in essentially one at a time. Exactum now coming down Loch Ness, getting a ram kill though.
And Exactum in a good position to now hit the Allomancer. However, their ally goes down. Exactum, getting rammed a little bit themselves. Allomancer balloon is down. Fancy is damaged a little bit. Exactum has an opportunity to escape. Maybe.
2v1 is not the place the Exactum wants to be right now. Fancy did lose their balloon. Exactum losing their armor. Exactum also having to deal with all these fires as they try to get out of here at the same time. Banshee shots are going to keep raining into them from the Loch Ness. Allomancer is going to be able to keep the gap closed. Flamethrower and Carronade is going to do a solid job on the Goldfish as they try to reverse.
Yeah, I mean, they're just skirting around outside of that Goldfish's front gun arcs. Hole goes down in range of those Gatling. Minimal explosive damage. He's going to survive for a little bit while Fozzie moves in over the Fancy.
Fozzie did well overshoot the Fancy, and he isn't turning around just yet.
Yeah, he appears to be trying to get out of there. However, he should move in. Either I Will Hug Admiral has to stop full acceleration. He hasn't quite been seen yet by the Loch Ness. It looks like the balloon is...
No,
Nope, not quite.
spotted.
Admiral would be best getting out of here, and it looks like that's what he's doing. Well,
They should definitely leave.
Yeah, the Allomancer is closing in on the Fozzie by themselves. Fozzie is trying to leave. Mines, maybe we'll get another sweet mine shot like we saw last time.
I doubt that's going to happen. Allomancer's mine launcher is actually on the back. That was a mine launcher from a different ship.
Ah.
That was a mine launcher on Fozzie the Pira that hit the Allomancer.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to see. You know, Fozzie. Once again.
Right. Gotcha.
That's fine. Gotcha. However, Fozzie drives himself into the arcs of the Fancy. Does not look like he's going to get out of this one alive.
Not good times. Fozzie the Pira's armor is down. Balloon is down. Engines are looking crappy at best. Armor still hasn't come back up. Just comes back up. But he's about to get wedged in between these two rock outcroppings. Fozzie the Pira getting finished off by an Artemis from the Fancy, taking the kill away from the Allomancer.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I mean, that was good, closing the door and making sure that there was that Squid could have very easily kept up with that Promethean, but just in case, that Mobula was ready to give a little gun platforming. Admiral backing out very wisely, might I add.
4-3, ever so slightly in favor of the red team. Very close game on this one. Mistakes made on both ends. I believe the blue team really isn't engaging in the correct manner. They really need to be engaging as a group, because when that happens, the I Will Hug Admiral can easily lock down a ship with not just the Gatling fire that's going to eat armor alive, but with the flamethrower all across one of those mobulas. Very hard to keep chem spray rotations up on mobulas unless you're experienced.
Yeah, and when you're keeping a chem spray rotation up, you're not shooting a gun, which is one of the primary points of a mobula, is that there's lots of guns to shoot.
Lots of guns pointing in the same direction.
Yeah, absolutely. To be shooting at the same time.
It looks like the blue team is trying to set up ambushes for any ships coming into this area. They want to wait for something to attack their spawn before they make a move.
Yeah, just like they did last time.
Look at this positioning for Fozzie the Pira. A red ship might spot it, but even then, it's probably going to be too late when they do.
Yeah, he's ready to just go run a circle around that corner. It looks like the red team is closing in on, unless they take a sharp turn soon, they're going to land right on top of them, and the blue team isn't not. I don't know, they might be able to get in there and help them. Allomancer closing in on Fozzie's back. The spot is down.
This is going to be a tough situation for Fozzie the Pira. Allomancer is engaging high and from his side.
Ooh, Fozzie makes a good move, backs up, full reverse, is about to get arcs on that. There he goes. Those allies need to come in. All three red ships are moving into this little corner area. Oh, gosh. Fozzie might make it out. It looks like he's probably going to make it out of here.
Both Fozzie and Allomancer are going to make it out of this one. Red team, not the best engagement they could have made with those two mobulas. They did have a bit of a lackluster engagement there, especially with how they were focusing their firepower. Exacta moving right in on the Loch Ness, trying to get ram kill. Success.
Sandwich. Man, if only we had the ram camp. Yeah, what was going on is that the Loch Ness was trying to stop the Fozzie's escape as he moved through the middle. However, Exactum was there waiting for him with that heavy carronade to just take out that balloon.
Fancy is now all alone behind enemy lines. Although no ships looking at him yet, and he's nearly got to kill an I Will Hug Admiral.
Yeah, Admiral has, however, pulled himself into some nice hard cover positioning. Both ships. Oh, Fozzie is going all the way around. I don't know if I like this move.
Exactum does have a buffed heavy carronade ready to go here. Allomancer loses their balloon and armor there. They're struggling just a little bit. Looks like Fozzie the Pira might come around the far side. Gatlings are opening up on Allomancer. They are grinding it to shreds.
I said I wasn't sure if I liked that move. I've decided that I indeed like that move. Very good on Fozzie. Fancy's balloon is down. However, he's got quite a ways to go before he's going to eat dirt. Loch Ness is coming back into the engagement.
I think red team feels like they can turn this back around, which is relatively reasonable. Fancy is sitting inside blue team spawn. They do have control of the area. If any of the blue ships peel off, they'll be able to take them out. Exactum has gotten away from his allies in this situation. Loch Ness is doing a serious number on him. Alamancer is coming back in. Exactum does not have decent arcs at all.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to go in for a butt ram, but he should have just turned and engaged with that heavy Caro. Yeah, he paid for it.
Tough situation. 5-5 all around. Foz of the Pira ramming the Loch Ness, using those double gats to their best advantage, but does not get their armor. Alamancer coming in to try and block. Shot does not last, though. He overshoots ever so slightly, trying to pull things back up. Foz of the Pira struggling just a little bit to maintain control of the situation. They're getting 2v1.
Oh, yeah, I mean, those double gatlings are going to be able to strip hull, but unless you're up in their face ramming, you're not going to be able to finish anything off. Fancy is coming in to give a little hand as well. This is the last point that the red team needs to win this. Blue team's so close to victories. It looks like it's going to be snatched from their hands. There it goes.
Red team gets the win there, although that was incredibly close considering the difference in levels. Now, levels, although they don't actually mean anything right now, they do have a good indication as to who has put more time into it based off of the amount of achievements they've had the time to get.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, for a 14-15-9 versus 14-7-5, that 7-5 is a really good score.
It absolutely is. Folks, we're going to go ahead and close up shop for this Iron Forker Friday. I want to thank you all for going ahead and joining us today. Appreciate it. And thank you so much. We will see you either later tonight or tomorrow for more streaming activities. Rob, do you have any plans for this weekend?
Yeah, uploading a bunch of videos.
Right. That being said, thank you for joining us here on twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show. Thank you, Kirk, for being a part of it as always. Thank you, Cake, for showing up. Thank you, Jervin, for the random ship loadout generator. I think we need to do that a lot more often. That was fun.
that was good fun.
Kirk, any closing thoughts?
Happy birthday.
There we go. For all of us here at twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show, have a good night now. You're watching RobandDan.tv/live.